Good evening, everybody. I'm Jay. I'm the 16-year-old CEO and founder of a patented health technology company, HeathSathi. I didn't get to grow up just on one street, in one city, under one system. No, I had the opportunity to live across and visit 10 different countries and live in 3. I was born in India. I spent and learned till my 3rd grade education there. Then I moved to China, Shanghai, which was an amazing opportunity, allowing me to finish my formative years, tying my bow on that formative year education and finishing middle school there. Then I moved here just before the start of high school. And currently, I'm a senior at Walton High School, finishing up my senior year. Being in different countries, what did that give me? It got me resilience. Resilience to learn different languages, for sure. I'm able to speak Chinese fluently to this day, and I'm honorable to be recognized as the Chinese National Honor Society president for our state. But what else did it get me? It got me a thirst for curiosity, thirst for questioning every policy, every law, every reason of why. Why isn't existing in place? One specific thing that I always have questioned is healthcare. The healthcare system. Why is it the way it is? Why does it have to be so complex? Let me tell you about China. In China, we had one doctor that we would work with to help us with our healthcare services. Because the language, first of all, there was a language barrier, obviously, but the system was so complex that we didn't understand exactly what was going on. This one doctor was able to speak English, convey it to us, and this was a very common practice if you're a foreigner in China. Now, that surprised me. There was a huge pro to this, where 1.4 billion people are all under one language, unified together, and have a unified healthcare system. But there's a con. As a foreigner visiting, I'm not able to understand exactly what's going on. Soon after China, I moved here to the United States, and I got to learn about the healthcare system here. And oh boy, it is complex. I got to learn how expensive doctors are, how little time and how hard it is to get their time. And then I got to learn about the ultra complexity of the cost of healthcare. During my sophomore year of high school, I got an amazing opportunity to actually work hand in hand with the government of India and work on the Pulse Polio program, in which I was allowed to go and visit different tier cities throughout India and get to learn a little bit about them. My one finding was that every tier A city considered that your top-notch talent, your best education with professionals speaking English, down to your tier C village, which is not able to speak English or not fully proficient, had the same problem, which was they were not able to understand their medical records. And that is a profound problem. I cannot understand my medical records. The healthcare system has become so complex. The very backbone of humanity, which we all survive on, has become ultra complex to where we have lost dignity in our healthcare system. We can't understand what is going on with our bodies when we go to a doctor. What that means for me and what that got me is a thirst for curiosity. How can I solve this? How can this be addressed? During this time, it was around the AI wave, when the AI was becoming, the hit. And it grew my passion. It caught my eye when it was first brought up by Microsoft, partially ChatGPT, and ever since then, homework has been all I've seen it as. But that day, I saw it as the tool that can reduce complexity in many of these healthcare topics and languages. It was an opening of a barrier between patient and a doctor connection. AI really opened my way of looking at things. So what did I do? I used this technology to build a program, Simple Wrapper, that allows me to use AI to simplify healthcare. And I went and I pitched to Emory University. And surprisingly, I won. I won because of the idea behind it, because of the concept. And winning that not only gave me the validation that I needed, but it gave me that there is a need for a product like this. Moving forward, I won another grant from a nonprofit called Youth Mean Business, allowing me to further excel and letting me grow as a company, allowing me to solve that real world problem, solve real tech, and be able to move forward. So since then, since October of last year, I had been churning ideas and working on a system that could be integrated and so well connected. But I hit a block in January. I couldn't do all of this by myself. I couldn't run operations, at the same time be coding, at the same time, make some kind of strategy decision and decide how is the pricing going to look like. All of that could not be me as one person doing that all by myself. I very quickly realized that I needed a team. And then on, I built a team. And from January to today, we have a team of 16 people that help me in a multi-diversity way in different things and helping me build AI solutions better. But I have a team of 2 other people that I would love to thank. They're both AI models, AI agents that work the best, work 24/7 and deploy and fix problems very, very quickly. Who here wants an AI as their boss? Only me? Well, AI is my boss. It is the board of director of my company. And it is something that's overseeing me and has been overseeing me. And man, it's harsh. So what I'm trying to sum up is that AI, it is really the next step of humanity. In my generation, AI can be seen in a positive as a friend, or it can be seen in a negative context as a foe. The 2 main things that I see from AI, and the 2 main gaps that I've heard about, are AI being stopping education and originality in academic texts, and number 2, talking about how AI can stop and hinder communication between person-to-person interactions. I've actually found that AI has increased the creativity of responses and communication between people. I have a friend who's not super confident about how she talks in English, how she texts in English. And what they're able to do is they're able to use ChatGPT to explain and identify their broken English into a perfectly written text or email, and then quickly communicate that with their family, friends, co-workers really easily. What that helps them do is build connections in a different way that they couldn't do before. They get to first express their ideas that they wanted to hit, but then also feel confident in their way of communication that they didn't feel before, allowing them to connect with their coworkers, their family, and their friends much better. So definitely it has increased in the communication aspect. But what about education? How is it going to be helpful in education? Well, I had the honorable time to serve for College Board, which is a nonprofit. It's a pretty typical company that you should hear about once your kids are in high school, where it uses SAT and AP exams, and they're the ones that regulate that testing. So they have a tutor program, where they recruit tutors around the US, and they find them to tutor for the SAT. Last summer, I had the amazing opportunity to be a tutor reviewer, a tutor supervisor, and I got to review different tutors in their language and help them with understanding how best to approach a problem. And guess what? Majority of their feedback and all of that was done and revolutionized by AI. Think about this. As soon as they finished their session was transcribed, properly analyzed, including facial movements, and then grasped in, okay, well, how is the emotion of students after they learn a concept? Do they understand this? Does the tutor need more feedback, more follow-up after they did that concept? And then that was quickly and promptly addressed by a potential, given directly back to the tutor. And then imagine getting real-time updates on how you're doing, how you're performing, how you're teaching. That was the profound impact that College Board was able to bring. And that's truly what education seems to bring, connecting together. I hope that this shed some light on AI and how I hope it's emerging into our education soon. Thank you. But before I step off, I have a few thank yous to say. First of all, I want to thank my parents for helping me throughout this journey, helping me build HeathSathi, and also helping me with whatever stage I'm in, whatever crazy idea I've had. Thank you very much, truly. And I want to thank Divya. Thank you very much for providing me this forum and your team. I really, really appreciate the amazing creativeness of TED, and I look forward to seeing everybody. Thank you.